You're about to listen to an excerpt of Secret City Geek Lab broadcast on KTSTFM.com every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. For more news, reviews, and interviews from the world of geek, visit the Geek Lab at secretcitycomedy.com/geeklab or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/secretcity. Enjoy the show. Alright, Pokemon is the media franchise published and owned by the Japanese video game company Nintendo and created by Satoshi Tajiri in 1996. Originally released as a pair of interlinkable Game Boy role-playing video games developed by Game Freak, Pokemon has since become the second most successful and lucrative video game-based media franchise in the world, behind only Nintendo's own Mario franchise. Pokemon X and Y are role-playing video games with adventure elements, presented in the third-person overhead perspective. Players control a young trainer who goes on to a quest to catch and train creatures known as Pokemon. They win battles against other trainers by defeating enemy Pokemon in turn-based battles. The player's Pokemon gains experience, allowing them to level up, increase their battle statistics, learn new abilities, and in some cases evolve into more powerful Pokemon. Alternatively, players can capture wild Pokemon found during random encounters by weakening them in battle and catching them with Pokeballs, allowing them to be added to their party. Players are also able to battle and trade Pokemon with other human players using the Nintendo 3DS, its connectivity features, whether it's tethered or over Wi-Fi. Unlike in previous games of the series, certain Pokemon are only attainable in either X or Y, with players encouraged to trade with others in order to obtain all Pokemon from both versions. You listen to KTSTFM, I'm Alan Ng, and this is the Geek Lab. Pokemon X and Y finally hit the market. What do Secret City's own Dimithri Perera and Joey Shope think about it? Here's what they think. All right, I'm here with Dimithri Perera and Joey Shope, and they are fresh off playing Pokemon X and Y, or how?
Yeah, I've got X
and I've got Y.
All right, so tell us what is the game about?
Well, it's a Pokemon game, so you got to collect them all.
Got to catch them all.
You collect them too.
All right.
You defeat the gym leaders. You train your Pokemon. They get stronger. They evolve into bigger and stronger creatures, and then you fight your friends.
Yeah,
and strangers across the internet.
I don't know why we're describing it, because who doesn't know what Pokemon is?
I don't.
Alan doesn't know. Okay.
So how is X and Y different than past iterations?
For the most part, it's not, because it's still a turn-based strategy game. You know, your opponent goes first. You have to have, your turn. You guys have the same. You guys have a turn. Your HP will go down. Their HP will go down. It's about managing your HP. The thing that they added into this was a new type. For the longest time, ever since Generation 2 of Gold and Silver, they've had the same amount of types. There's been only there's only been.
I'm not sure the exact number.
Yeah.
But the last time they added a type was in the Gold and Silver, which is second generation.
Probably
they added
1999, 2000.
Yeah, Dark type and Steel type, and that was the last time they ever did it. And now with X and Y, what is it, sixth generation? So 4 generations later, they've added Fairy type.
Yeah. Which Fairy's biggest bonus is it now finally nerfs Dragon type.
Dragon type was getting too powerful for a while, so now Fairy can beat Dragon.
Yeah, which makes sense.
It's like a complex rock, paper, scissors, Alan.
Okay.
But all this addition is not anything that you can't manage. If you've been a long-time Pokemon player, you're just like, okay, now I just have to realize I have to do this, this, and this.
All right. Is it a difficult game?
No, this is the easiest Pokemon that I've ever played, and I've played through all of them.
But it's fun.
Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's definitely and I feel like I know why, is because there's this whole other generation of kids now. By the time, when I played the Red and Blue, I was like 5 or 6, and then Gold was, 7 or 8, something like that. And then flash forward to 20, but now there's like kids who are 5 and 6 now, who are now probably just getting into Pokemon. So I feel like they made it a little easier, just so like new people can get into it. But it's a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, I feel like it lowered the bottom bar, so people can come into it playing it easily. But I think, they raised the upper bar, you know what I mean? So, there's more things to do, right? There's more things to do.
There's more things to do, but it's an easier game.
Well, game-wise, but then when you start leveling up and whatever and playing each other, then you're still going to have a tough time.
That's always been a huge part of playing Pokemon is with versus each other. Now with a new addition of Fairy type, and even with the addition of Mega Evolutions, which takes
with the Mega Stones.
Yeah. So what that is you take these already highly evolved Pokemon, you give them a in battle thing, and then they Mega evolve into this new creature evolution chain.
I haven't gotten that far. Do they revert back?
Yeah. It's only during battle.
Do they lose this Mega Stone?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's a hold item, so they can't hold anything else.
Okay. I haven't gotten that far yet. Joey has beaten the game.
Yeah.
Quote unquote beaten the game.
I've beaten the Elite Four, which is the final boss.
Yes, but then here's where we differ. The goal of the game is you gotta catch them all.
Which I'm doing now.
You're doing it now, but you didn't do it when you beat the Elite Four.
Because I had a team that was good enough.
I've been traveling through the grass, Joey, looking for Pokemon that are purely useless Pokemon, and I've been catching them all. Who is the Pokemon Master, Joey?
Me! I've beaten the Elite Four!
I've been catching them all. That's the goal. The goal, the motto
in the
of
song.
Yeah, it's not Pokemon gotta beat the Elite Four. No, it's gotta catch them all.
I am, which I am now.
You are now. Late to the game, Joey.
Here's the thing.
Late to the game.
Here's one of my other issues with this game is every single generation they bring on, X amount of characters.
Or Y amount. That's a joke.
Black and White, the previous installation had 151 new Pokemon. I think that's pretty hard to ask for every single time. But this last generation, there's only like 69 or 68.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't 69. That'd be an odd number to choose.
And if you look online, it is actually 68 or 69. Point being is, though, they kind of dropped the ball in that aspect. Even with the Mega Evolutions, we're maybe talking about 85 new characters. Mm. Pokemon is known for the fact that coming up with a bunch of new ideas and then bring them. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ones that they have, they're fine. I like most of them, and even the ones I don't like are fine. I really don't care enough. But, I don't know, that's where I feel like they kind of dropped the ball a little bit for me, is, to adding all these 67, maybe 85 with Mega Evolutions, it's just... I expected a little bit more in that aspect.
Okay, so you mentioned that there's a competitive aspect where you can play your friends, play online.
Yeah.
Was that in the original version?
Well, in Red and Blue, you had to buy a link cable, you had to find a friend.
Right, so you had to actually have a friend next to you.
Gold and Silver, the same
Gold
thing.
and Silver, Red and Ruby and Sapphire. Really, the wireless aspect of it didn't come until Diamond and Pearl, which was the wireless DS, right?
Yeah, and then Black and White.
Yeah, then, now, though, there's, an entire world of people to battle. They have you can connect to the internet with using Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi, you go to Starbucks and use their Wi-Fi. You can connect and battle with people all over the world. Oh, none of us do that? All right.
Well, no,
I don't do that. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's all go to Starbucks.
You get coffee there too. I'm just saying.
Coffee and Pokemon.
Yes, it's a perfect date.
Yes.
That I feel like I haven't done that enough yet. I did a little bit. Everything was fine. Like everything felt, I didn't feel cheated. I lost, but then again, there's people who've been take this still way more seriously than I do.
Yeah.
I didn't lose because I didn't have enough Pokemon, and I lost because they are insane.
Oh, I'm gonna lose because I had too many Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've spent all my time catching random Pokemon, and
but you're not leveling them up.
Well, I'm leveling them up at a normal pace. I'm trying to be an adult about it.
I'm
trying to have.
Look, I am trying to be an
adult.
adult in this day and age. It's 2013. I'm trying to be an adult and play Pokemon.
2013.
It is 2013.
Says it like that. Point being, though,
2013.
You have really you can play this game any way you want to. You have two choices, really. My way or Dimitri's way. Well, Dimitri's way or the correct way.
I mean, when you say you complete it all, I mean, ultimately, isn't it finishing basically the campaign and then getting into
that's exactly. I've beat the campaign. I'm collecting all the other Pokemon. I can play online. I can train different Pokemon to be a better team than the one I have right now.
The campaign makes it sound like Call of Duty Pokemon.
All right. So, Joey, from a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate Pokemon Y?
X.
X.
He has X, I have Y.
I rate Pokemon X 8.5.
By the way, what's the difference between X and Y?
Okay, what it is a lot of, about the genes and stuff like that. So, how girls are XX,
So is it
XY.
basically what you buy, you get a certain set of Pokemon?
Yeah, that's how it's always been. There's certain Pokemon in X, certain Pokemon in Y. I mean, it's always been, there's Red and Blue, Gold and Silver. Now it's just X and Y. I guess they
So are you going to have to get Y?
No, he's got Y. So.
And we're just going to trade for the Pokemon that we can't get in our individual games. We'll just trade.
Yeah.
Okay, so you rated X 8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
What makes it less than perfect?
Like I said, I feel like it's too easy for me personally. Again, I am the Pokemon master, though. On top of that, I feel like there wasn't enough new stuff to it, or new Pokemon at least. I mean, I like Mega Evolution and stuff like that. It dragged on in certain spots. I feel like there's maybe one too many cities you can go to. But yeah, it just dragged a little bit. There's not enough new Pokemon, and it felt too easy.
Okay, Dimitri, you have Y. How would you rank Y?
I'm going to say it's a 9 out of 10. I'm kind of taking my time with the game. I'm looking in every nook and cranny, talking to every random guy in the game. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm just kind of taking my time and trying to, just discover everything there is about the game. I'd say it's 9 out of 10, just because I am taking my time and trying to enjoy the whole thing.
Okay, so Pokemon sounds like it's a great game. It's for the Nintendo
3DS.
3DS. All right.
I have an XL.
This was a production of Secret City Geek Lab on KTSTFM.com. We broadcast every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Visit the Geek Lab at secretcitycomedy.com/geeklab or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/secretcity.